Hello, I'm Jack Solomon. Thanks for watching this video. Yesterday, I saw a guy post on X about how he was receiving an award, an adult entertainment award. And he said instead of giving a speech, he would take 5 minutes to list off people that committed suicide last year in the adult entertainment industry. And it took him 5 minutes to list off names of people. And I said, if it takes only a few seconds to name one person, how many few seconds are there in 5 minutes? That's a lot of people. So I want to talk about what are the three ways of making your life worthwhile. I think people that commit suicide do it unwittingly, missing out on a lot of things which they didn't previously know, didn't previously recognize. What would they need to recognize so that they can value their life more? And I've come up with three ways you can make your life more valuable. Now, I've spent about 15 years, 14 plus years in the personal development world. I was a dating coach and a relationship consultant for over 8 years plus. And I do a lot of work in personal development. And so from that experience, what are the three ways that can make life more valuable? Personal development to me is incredible, and it's going to apply to you as a professional, as an adult entertainment professional. Now, this is applying to, I'm pointing out to adult entertainment professionals, but this applies to everybody. So even if you're not an adult professional, I want you to pay attention. This is going to help you out a lot. I made a list. Number one way, you have to have three categories of income. Three categories of income are: number one, immediate income; number two, intermediate income, the medium term income; and number three, the long-term income. Immediate, medium, long-term income. See, most people, they have the mindset of the employee mindset, the traditional mindset of making money now. What can I do to make money now? That is their question, because I need money now. People that are higher IQ, they tend to think more long-term. The notion, the idea of putting things off and a long-term plan is a high IQ endeavor. So, as an individual who has the ability to develop their IQ, I want you to consider this high IQ maneuver, high IQ life decision. And that is to have three different kinds of income. It's very simple. There are many different systems for making income out there, but I want you to make it simple for yourself, and it's very simple and easy and applicable and practical. Medium or short term, medium term, long term income. And I'll show you how to do that in your life. Number one term is the immediate income. And the question for immediate income is, how can I make money now? What are my sources of income now? How can I increase my skills professionally so that I can increase my income now? Do you understand? Number two, intermediate sort of income is, do I have income that I'm putting off for later when I need it? Am I making extra income than the immediate income? The immediate income is the income that you need now, that you can use now. The intermediate income, the medium-term income, is the income that you have left over, you have extra, so you can have it for later. So what are the skills required for that? It's called budgeting. Do you have a budget of how much you're making now? Do you have an idea on how much you're making now? And do you have an idea how much you're putting off for later? You're saving for later. What are your budgeting techniques? Do you have a budgeting app? Do you have a budgeting spreadsheet? If you don't have a budgeting app, if you don't have a budgeting spreadsheet, that's really something you have to think about. Number three is the long-term income. On the long run, you're not going to be in the adult entertainment industry for that long. Or at least you're not going to make the kind of income that you're making now for that long, perhaps, unless you build a business. And I want you to change from the employee mindset to the business owner mindset. Because traditionally, people were mostly employees. But nowadays, with the advent of technology, you can utilize technology so that you can build a business no matter who you are, no matter how old you are. Even at a young age, you can build a business, and I'll show you how. Long-term income is, what am I building for the long term? What are my investments into my future? What are my investments into my brand? What are my investments into my business that will pay off in the long run? These are three equally important aspects of your income. The money you require now, how are you making it? How are you developing your professional skills so that you can make more income? Number two, your intermediate income. What are you putting off for later? Do you have an idea what you're putting off for later? And number three is your long-term income. What are you building for yourself, for your future? Not what other people are building for you, what you're building for you. Not what your retirement is, but what other companies are giving you for retirement, or what the government is giving you for retirement. What are you building for your own retirement? Take your hands and look at the 5 fingers, and I want you to think about your endeavors in life, your endeavors, whatever you're working at now, whatever you're focusing on now, as an income-producing activity, IPA. Your income-producing activities, take those 5 fingers and look at them as endeavors. Endeavor number 1, endeavor number 2, endeavor number 3, endeavor number 4, endeavor number 5. These are 5 things you can focus on in terms of your making income. For example, I have business number 1 here. I have my business number 2 here, my production company. I have my business number 2 here, or number 3 here, my immediate income. My services for security, I'm a security professional. My income production here, my medium-term income, such as my production company, my brand. And number 3 here, or number 5 here, is how am I building my brand? How am I building my coaching business, my online course business, which I have. I have many different businesses. This income is my tantric massage business, for example. So what are the 5 endeavors that you're focusing on that is making you income now? And I want at least a couple of those endeavors to be about your medium term, your intermediate, and your long term. Intermediate income is more about budgeting. It's more about recognizing how much money you have surplus, how much money you have extra from what your immediate income is. If you don't have any extra from your immediate income, that's a problem. Number 2 way to make your life worthwhile is, I want you to change the way you see what a professional is. You are a professional. A professional is someone who does something so well that other people would gladly, happily, willing, and able to pay them, to exchange with them, trade them money for you to provide that service. So let me put that simply. A professional is someone who does something so well, other people would pay them for their service or product. In other words, as a professional, your personal development is your professional development. As a person in the adult entertainment industry, whatever it is, there's many different businesses in the adult industry, in the adult profession. Your personal development is your professional development. Now, I could even say that to people who are hands-off, who are people who are business owners and directors, because they still have to manage people that are their leaders for their companies. But in a general sense, your personal development is your professional development. What does that mean? If you are a model, how are you becoming better as a model? And we in the adult industry a lot of us are models, but a lot of us are not. Nonetheless, your personal development, the way you handle people, the way you interact and interface with people, is a personal development thing. How is your communication skills? How's your interrelationship skills? How's your personal management skills? How's your personal health and wealth, or your health and fitness? How are you taking care of yourself? Even if you're not in the limelight, if you're not a visual model, for example, you're not the image of a company or a business, your brain and your physicality is still important. So how are you managing your health? Now, if you are the face of your business, your business being you, my business is Jack Solomon Inc. or Jack Solomon LLC or Jack Solomon Corp. Your business is you Corp, you LLC, you Corporation. In fact, your budget sheets should be you, your name, not you, your name, LLC or Corporation. My budget sheet says Jack Solomon Corporation. In fact, I do have an LLC, Jack Solomon LLC. Understand? Your personal development is your professional development. Personally develop. Sharpen your mind and sharpen your skills in the endeavor that you're undertaking. Number 3 thing is that I'll put this in 2 parts. There are 2 lies that you're told by your parents or by your guardians when you were young. The 2 lies are, number 1 is that you have to sacrifice for you to be happy. For you to get what you want, you have to sacrifice. That's what they say, right? That's what they told you. In your mind, you have it in your mind, even if someone didn't directly tell you that for you to get what you want, you have to sacrifice. That's a lie. For you to become happy, you do not need to sacrifice at all. In fact, for you to become happy, you can be happy now. On your way to getting the things that you would like. That is a completely different mindset than you must sacrifice for you to become happy. You must sacrifice for you to get what you want. Does it require sacrifice for you to get what you want? I want you to really think about that, because a lot of things that people know to be true, they don't actually know why they know it. And anything that you know but you don't know why you know is suspect. Think about that. Number 1 lie is that you have to sacrifice. You don't need to sacrifice. You can be happy now on your way to getting what you would like in your life, fulfilling your endeavors. You see? Fulfilling the 3 categories of your income. Now, the second lie they tell you is that happiness is something you get when you get the thing that you're aiming for. You become happy when you get the house, the husband, the wife, the cars, the clothes. You'll be happy when you get the riches. You'll be happy when you get the accoutrements that people see as success. The trappings of success is what I call it. But in fact, the truth is the opposite. You can be happy now because happiness is a choice, and I can prove it to you. Happiness is a choice. Just in the same way that someone could be in the same exact situation as you and they can be miserable, absolutely miserable, and you ask yourself, why are they so miserable? They're in a fantastic situation. They have all the money, all the riches, they have all the incredible relationships, they have a hot wife, hot husband, an incredible family. How can they be so miserable? It's because happiness is a choice. How can someone with so little be so happy? It's because happiness is a choice. And you don't need to sacrifice for you to get what you want, for you to become happy. You can be happy now on your way to getting what you'd like in life. Happiness is a choice. And finally, I'll leave with you this. There is a word that I've used often here, and the word is success. But the word success has been maligned over the years. Success, if I were to ask you, what is your definition of success? And in fact, if I were to ask 10 different people what their definition of success is, I'll get 10 different definitions. Because success is just a word, and words have no meaning until it's given meaning, the same meaning people give it. But success is just a concept. Originally, the meaning of success, the archaic definition, archaic means old and no longer used. The archaic definition of success is outcome. A success is an outcome, just like the word succession. A succession of things, a string of things, is one after the next, after the next, after the next, after the next. That's a succession. A successive hits, a successive combination of hits is a hit after a hit after a hit after a hit. A successor to a throne is not someone someone chooses to be on the throne. The successor to a throne is one who is the next one down the line. The successor, the one who succeeds the previous. A success is an outcome. That means that for you to become successful, you simply have to have a successive succession of successes. Any attempt you make after the next is a succession of that previous attempt. An attempt, an outcome that you get, whether you like the outcome, whether you don't like the outcome, whether you love the outcome, whether you hate the outcome, any outcome is a success. So long as you continue creating outcomes by making more and more attempts, you are successful. You only become not successful when you stop creating attempts, when you quit. There are some things quitting is reasonable, and that's fantastic, which is why you have the 5 endeavors on your way to creating your 3 different kinds of income. And that's the video for today. Hopefully that helps. Life is an incredible thing. Don't miss out on an incredible life. Make your life incredible, make your relationships incredible. Fulfill your 3 categories of income and your 5 endeavors. What are your 5 endeavors? How are they fulfilling your 3 categories of income? You can be happy now simply by choosing to be happy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.